immobile into a composition that has Wukong, Galio, Ashe, Seraphine.
Yeah, it does lack a little bit of the ability to get out of the way of all of this stuff that's just going to be thrown. Now he has his ultimate up and available. Lucid moving over, looking for both Ruler and Duro, as there's the Arc of Ruin. Underneath the turret goes Lucid, as Ruler is going to go down. That is first blood over to Smash, but the answering kill does immediately come in. Canyon looking to try and get his way forward, as there's the flash out from KIA, and the flash immediately answered there by Canyon. He wants to get in with another Nimbus strike, but doesn't quite connect. Duro's there though, and locks down the Yunara. Control at all. Blackfire Torch is now done for Showmaker, so first item is going to be coming on through there, as the Equalizer is put through this top lane from Keen, just to make sure that he creates the tempo that he wants.
And they want to set up for Grubs here very soon, and
this is frightening. There is Wild Growth and the ulti from Smash here available, but there is the Gargoyle's heroic entrance. The arrow's going to come down there as the cleanse immediately stops that one from happening, but there's the Encore, and there is just CC for days, overloading the bottom lane 4 versus 2, and there is nothing DK can do about it.
Yeah, Showmaker gets a plate, and Lucid gets a Grump. All right.
Is now 100% kill contribution on this Seraphine.
It's those guys.
2-0-3. My goodness.
And okay, let's see. Lucid can find the angle.
Lucid dives in, finds the Vault Breaker, and down will go Canyon before he can do anything. Wild Growth onto Lucid to keep him alive, as now Duro desperately trying to get out, but Lucid saying, this is my buy, and we will find a win here in this mid-game, and Lucid do manage to get something done.
Lucid says, let's get in there quickly and shut this down. It's not in position. They don't have the champs to do it either. And I mean, you know, this Dragon just goes over for free. Chovy's free farming in the bottom lane. And Lucid is going to try to start up this Herald. I don't even know.
Not going to be taking this Rift Herald either.
It's just another one on the list.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Duro can deny them entry easily.
Lucid is level 11, so he is pretty scary. And now Xiu is ulting his way forward. Duro might be his target, as there he is, able to crash his way in. That is going to be the steal over to Lucid, but is he going to pay for it with his life? That's the question. The Cyclone comes down. Scatter the Weak is fantastic as Lucid. He can flash the wall, but he's also got a Vault Breaker. As Xiu is going to die, and I don't think the eye is going to go over to DK. Zombie Scion could have tried to get there, but instead, he is just going to be taken out. So it is just going to be the Rift Herald.
You know, Xiu just is unable to really impact that that fight at all with his ult in.
So this is feeling...
But it gets tougher and tougher the further you fall behind. And when you don't have map control, making plays like that feel like pipe dreams. I mean, you can see here, Lucid tries to make one now.
Yeah, here's another drive from Xiu, but this time, unfortunately, just crashes into the wall. Cyclone out from Canyon, not exactly getting too much value, as Lucid able to Vault Break his way out, as the Enchanted Crystal Arrow doesn't exactly get too much done. KIA Wild Growth himself just to peel, and then Keen getting into the back line, but Xiu is there as a brick wall. So DK, good defense, right? Unfortunately, a defense doesn't necessarily win you the game, as Ruler almost dies. The Arc of Ruin, not enough though. And Showmaker avoiding the Winds of War quite nicely. And DK will be able to get away with their lives intact.
It's really going to get harder and harder in this game. And Chovy!
Chovy gets in there. Taunt is going to connect onto only Lucid, though, as everybody else able to flash themselves out. There's a teleport in, though, as Duro is going to die to the turret. Keen might be doing the same thing, but actually the turret hasn't got mad at him yet. It's Chovy that comes down on top and starts tanking it up. Xiu gets the knock up there, as Duro in trade for Lucid is it right now, but Ruler now trying to get a little bit aggressive, slow.
You really have to try to find a target and commit all together.
Well, Keen's going to get knocked up. Let's see whether the Smash can help take him down, as the heroic entrance does come on in, and that is going to defend the Rumble, and they take down the Dragon. DK just not really able to answer anything that Gen.G are throwing out.
And Gen.G's comp just is so good defensively, and they have map control, they have prio. Lucid wants to flank, but I think he should probably think twice.
Yeah.
Think twice.
Rotating over. There is the taunt, and I think Lucid's just dead. There's the Encore. Beat drop comes on down, and yeah, Scatter the Weak is there from Showmaker, but that's all he really offers, and it's just a dead Lucid. This have to flash as well to avoid the beat drop. Lucid still fighting here as Chovy just gets out. Heroic entrance to join the rest of his team. Xiu going to die as well. As oh, never mind! He gets a big old shield and survives. In the meantime, there's a knock-up out from Xiu. Does have to flash as well to avoid the beat drop. Lucid still fighting here as Chovy just gets out. Heroic entrance to join the rest of his team. Xiu going to die as well. As oh, never mind! He gets a big old shield and survives. But what's the point of surviving if you're just slowly losing the game? Oh, and there's the Cyclone. Maybe it's a bit faster than I would have otherwise thought. Both of the carries dead in the blink of an eye. And Gen.G are going to turn their sights towards the inner turret and possibly everything else.
Canyon having a phenomenal Wukong game here. Hard as they may swing, as much as they may struggle, they can make no dent in Gen.G.
They need to buy some like Wolverine claws or something like that. Because, yeah, okay, Lucid's going to go in and doesn't manage to get the steal, but he got pretty close. Canyon does not early smite this time around as the arrow is going to connect onto Korea, who is very, very dead. Shiu is also very dead. And Showmaker and Smash are just kind of left wondering what the heck. Too keen. But even if there are some nice answers, in goes Lucid. All right, here's the Hail Mary, the heroic entrance. It comes down as Smash trying to keep himself safe. They take down Lucid to start this off, as it is going to be a kill on Darula. They find one. Showmaker able to get something done, as now Smash throws out that Arc of Ruin onto Chovy. Not able to find too much more, as these harpoons from Kane took so much damage. It is going to be a 1-for-1, and when you're really far behind, a 1-for-1.
Then the equalizer was dropped just for Siege. Dplus had one opportunity there. They seized one ruler.
Yeah, and that's about it. Chemtech Soul now put together.
It saves in this game.
Yeah.
As the diadem into Moonstone.
He's
so much
a monster.
healing.
There's the flash taunt here. Gets a lot of flashes out of DK. Shiu is going to show up as well. Smash trying to get some autos down and is actually able to get a little bit of work done as Chovy's interrupted. This might be a kill, as there's that Arc of Ruin that you were talking about before, but the flash in from Keen, the Unar overstepped, and it's a heroic entrance now from Chovy. Scatter the Weak is fantastic out of Showmaker, but I just don't know whether it's going to be enough here as DK are circling the drain, and despite their best efforts, the gold lead for Gen.G just keeps on increasing.
Who's it trying to catch this wave? He will be able to buy some additional time here. They need to buy time for Smash to respawn, otherwise this game will just simply end.
Yeah, this inhibitor is certainly going to go down as Showmaker does not get hit by the Encore. So, I mean, he might come back on stage once again. We'll just have to see as Chovy is going to taunt up Career. It's just a little bit sad at this stage, isn't it? As he throws out the Wild Growth and does run away. He's actually going to survive somehow, but the Nexus turrets are not. And Gen.G, what an absolute domination here in this best of 3. 2 drafts that looked unplayable against. And DK just left scratching their heads with a loss in the column for the first time this LCK Cup. Gen.G remain undefeated.
The streak continues.